Lakewood basketball fans, it is 7:15, our scheduled tip-off time. As you can see, the JV game went a little bit long tonight. There's still 10 minutes on the clock to warm up. We have to have the sound off for copyright violations. We don't want to go to Facebook or YouTube jail and have this broadcast be deleted. So we're going to be radio silent until we're ready for Steve Jensen and the starting lineups. Pre-game warm-up's over. We're going to join Steve Jensen now for player introductions.
Boys and girls, and welcome to the Cougar Den on the campus of Lakewood High School for tonight's Northwest Conference boys basketball game between the visiting Vernon Bulldogs and your home Lakewood Cougars. And now let's meet the starting lineup in alternating fashion. First for the Bulldogs, a 5'10" senior, number 0, Nota Edwards. For the Cougars, he's a 5'10" junior, number 2, Ben Rucker. For the Bulldogs, he's a 6'3" senior, number 1, Davari Davis. For the Cougars, he's a 5'9" senior, number 4, Mason Weller. For the Bulldogs, a 6'3" sophomore, number 2, Xavier Nyan. For the Cougars, 6'8" junior, number 5, Don Smith. For the Bulldogs, 6'2" sophomore, number 3, Michael Johnson. For your Cougars, a 5'11" sophomore, number 11, Evan Stacy. For the Bulldogs, 6'2" junior, number 10, Quinn Swanson. For your Cougars, 6'2" junior, number 22, Jack Stoddard. Now will you please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Well, there's your starting lineups, and the Pledge of Allegiance been said. We are starting about 11 minutes late, but we're going to play some basketball.
Welcome to the main event.
So the Bulldogs, a traditional power, will start with Xavier Nyans, Nota Edwards, Davari Davis, Michael Johnson, and I can't see the other one. The Cougars counter with Smith, Weller, Rucker, Stacy, and Stoddard. So the same 5 that we've seen start in the last couple of games. There's Smith with the ball in the first possession, and here we have Weller dishing to Stoddard for a lay-in. Nice dish by Mason Weller to a rolling Zachary Stoddard. Quickly the Cougars take a 2-point lead. That foul is going to go against number 10, Quinn Swanson, oh no, it's going to go against number 2, Xavier Nyans, for a push-off. He pointed at number 10, Quinn Swanson, but I guess he was just pointing to go the other way. Weller with the penetration again, looking for Stoddard, out to Stacy for 3, rims out. Nyans with the rebound, quickly in the front court now are the Bulldogs. So trailing Nyans, holds it up. That's a deep 3, just off the backboard, misses everything. Nyans getting away with a lot of contact there. And Swanson to the basket, and he's fouled. So about a 22-footer shot by Nota Edwards, misses everything but the side backboard. But the Bulldogs are hustling on the boards, and now Swanson's going to the boards, to the line. The Cougars are undersized compared to the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have 6'7", 6'6", 6'4", and then 3 players at 6'3" on their lineup. The Cougars feature 2 6'2" players, and everyone else is 6 feet or under. And that's Michael Johnson, a 6'2" sophomore. And he's going to go to the line to complete the three-point play. And it's up and it's in. And the Cougar fans were cheering, and as he makes that shot, he puts his fingers to his lips in those directions, telling them to be quiet. That'll be something we'll need to keep a look on, see if we have any more interaction between the teams and their fans. Johnson with the steal in the lay-in, and now it's 6-2. And 3-4 Stoddard tying 6-4. I guess they called that a 2. Not sure why. Now they put up 6-5 on the scoreboard. By my count, it should be 5-5, but because we had the three-point play by Johnson and the steal in the lay-in. So maybe we had another free throw there earlier. Smith for 3, and he cans it. Dominic Smith, who we've seen really likes the right-hand corner, hits one from the left wing, gives the Cougars an 8-6 lead. Johnson steps through, kicks it. Now an 18-footer off the back iron. And it's going to be a foul on the Bulldogs going to the offensive glass. Foul's going to be on Xavier Nyans. And that's 2 quick fouls on Nyans. We're 5:56 in. We're 2 minutes and 4 seconds in. 5:56 left to go in the quarter. He's picked up his second foul, and quickly into the game is 6'6" senior Matthew Cole. Smith for 3 again, and he cans it. Dominic Smith with 6 points on 2 quick threes gives the Cougars an 11-6 lead. They're going to call an offensive foul. On the just entered into the game, Matthew Cole. I'll be honest, I don't know what that call was because I didn't see it. But Weller, little free throw line jump shot, settles on the rim, rolls out. Stacy after the ball, but here comes Davis on the drive, flips one up, not there. Stoddard with the rebound, into the air to Weller. Weller tapped from behind by Davis and out of bounds for the Cougars. That's Rucker for 3, off the mark. Swanson with the board. Now Johnson on the dribble drive gets caught in the air, but is able to find Cole, who rolls it in over the front rim. So Johnson into the air without really a place to go, finds Cole at the last minute. Here's Smith answering for 3. That's long off the rim. It's going to roll out of bounds for the Bulldog ball. Caleb Greenland into the game for Ben Rucker. Cougars lead 11-8, 4:33 to go in the first quarter. Misses everything from Johnson. Smith on the run. Weller tries to skip it to Smith in the corner, intercepted by Swanson. He goes to the basket, tries the left-handed lay-in, and Johnson on the follow is fouled. Swanson, not really much of a chance to make that shot, going too fast, goes to the left hand, didn't have much angle, would have been a tremendous circus shot. Cole for 3, off the front rim. Smith with the rebound. Stacy looking to penetrate, skips to Smith. He penetrates and he's shoved by Davis. That's going to be a foul on Davis. Cougar ball underneath, and Mount Vernon coach Brett Farrar wants the 30-second timeout. So 30-second timeout, 3:51 left to go in the first quarter. Cougars lead 11-8. Cougar ball on the baseline, inbound. So Weller with the penetration, spinning, kicks to the corner. Now Stoddard to the basket, he lays it up, it's off the front rim, might have been blocked, and now they're going to call a foul on Cole coming out of back court. Not really sure why they called that travel. That referee from behind probably didn't see that Cole was passing the ball on the outlet. But good news for the Cougars, leading by 3 as they get the ball back. And that's going to be a travel on Greenland as he was going to the basket. Took a little stutter step. Stacy in a one-man press. Easily broken by Davis. Stacy is picking up Swanson. No, picking up Edwards full court. No, Swanson. Swanson beats Stacy, kicks it to the corner for 3, and that ball settles in. That's Noda Edwards, 5'10" senior from the corner, ties the game up at 11 with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. R.J. Lyden into the game for the Cougars. And that's a 15-footer by Greenland, gives the Cougars the lead. Johnson from the corner, and he hits a 3. Mount Vernon now in a 2-3 zone. They've already had 4 fouls this quarter. The Cougars are a very good free throw shooting team. They're looking to maybe avoid some more fouls. 7 on the shot clock to Lyden, to Smith, to the corner. Little jump shot from the baseline. It's Caleb Greenland, and that ball is in. Cougars take a 15-14 lead. It's a drive, misses everything. Johnson goes flying in and going to get called for the foul. So a little baseline runner by Edwards, misses everything. Johnson on the foul. Weller into the game for Stacy. Rucker into the game for Smith. Johnson will take a seat, and in comes Moises Lucatero, number 23, for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs now showing a 1-2-2 zone. Weller for 3. It's Davis stepping to the basket, and it rolls in and out and back out. And that's an over and back. Lyden couldn't control the pass, went off his hands into back court. So 1:14 to go here in the first quarter. Cougars lead by 4, 18-14. Now it looks like the Cougars are playing a little bit of box and one with Lyden matching up man-to-man with Swanson. But to no avail as the Bulldogs put a 3 in, getting back to within 1 at 18-17. 8 on the shot clock now. Ball goes inside, in and out to Weller. Off the mark. Edwards with the rebound. 26 seconds left to go. And he throws it out of bounds. 22 seconds to go. Cougars ball leading by 1. Stacy and Smith back in for Greenland and Lyden. Cougars will play for the last shot. And that's Rucker. And they're going to call Stoddard on the back. 8.3 seconds left to go.
Number 22, Zach Stoddard, that's his second personal for the game.
And now Swanson will come back into the game. He'll be in for Jack Rinker. Dump inside to Lucatero. He goes up to shoot and he's fouled. And he will shoot 2. So a little penetration and ditch. And that foul's going to be on Rucker. That's his second foul, 15th foul on the Cougars. First shot is up and it is off the mark. Rinker back in for Swanson. Second shot is up and he banks it in. Tying the game up at 18. And that shot at the buzzer is off. Does not count. So at the end of 1 period of play, we're all tied up at 18. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Bulldog ball to start the second quarter. So they're going to look to go high-low. Cole to Lucatero, who lays it in. Nice high-low pass, attacking the high post by the Bulldogs, who now take a 20-18 lead. That's their first lead since right around the first minute of the first quarter. Smith with a couple of threes already tonight. It's Weller penetrating. Tries the reverse, not there. Davis with the rebound. Skip pass to Edwards. Into the high post, looks weak side to Johnson, drives the baseline. Edwards in the corner. Wide open three is good. Good patience by the Bulldogs. Get that shot with 10 seconds left on the shot clock, as they now have a 5-point lead at 23-18. Rucker for three, and he gets it. So Ben Rucker answers the three, brings the Cougars back to within two as they show a little bit of full court pressure. Just token pressure, trying to force a turnover. Cole has it, takes it to the basket, and misses the lay-in. Weller with the rebound. Rucker turned down the heat check, got it to Smith. Now Rucker will try the heat check. He leaves it short. They're going to call a foul on Moises Lucatero. Really a poor foul. I mean, it was obvious foul, but really a poor foul for the Bulldog. 20 feet from the basket on a three-point shooter. So Rucker's going to shoot three and give the Cougars the lead by making all three of these free throws. First is up, and it's good. Second one is up, and it is good. Into the game now is Kyson Parks, R.J. Lyden, Stacy, and Stoddard to sit down. Swanson and Nyans back into the game. Lucatero and Cole sit down. So Mount Vernon has their starting five back on the court. And Rucker gets all three and gives the Cougars a 24-23 lead. 6:13 to go here in the half. Johnson to Davis. Back rims the three. Throws it over his head to a running Smith. Smith lays it up. Oh, misses the lay-in. Davis out jumps Lyden for it. Goes coast to coast. Not there. Gives it to a cutting Swanson, who scoops it up and in. So as often the case, when one team misses a fast break lay-in, the other team is able to come back and get an easy shot. And that was the case there with the Bulldogs. Ben Rucker for three. Cougars now lead 27-25. Rucker tried to deflect that rebound away from the Bulldogs, but instead he deflected it right to a Bulldog who laid it in, ties the game at 27. It's a kick ball. It'll reset the 30-second clock. Davis kicks the ball, trying to enter it. The referee having words for Rucker. And now Stacy's into the game. These referees seem to be a little on edge tonight. There's several exchanges with coaches and players already. We'll see how that plays out. Cougars working the ball around the perimeter. The Bulldogs now extend their zone a little bit. 7 on the shot clock. Rucker for three. This time he's not fouled, and it comes up short. May have got a little deflection by Edwards. And Johnson to the basket, lays it up, and he's going to be fouled. Out of control, Johnson going to the basket, bailed out by the officials. They're going to call that on Leiden. Johnson will go to the line for 2. First is up, and it's in. Leiden out, Smith out, Greenland in, Weller in. Second one's off the mark. Good block out by Parks, allowing the ball to be secured by Stacy and Weller. Drop it inside to Scott Greenland. He takes another little penetrating dribble. Not there. Forces one up through the defense. And they're going to call that off the Cougars, out of bounds. Sure looked like it was off the Bulldogs to me, but was not. So we got the, looks like Stacy's playing one-on-one against Swanson again. And he's standing on the perimeter. Johnson makes the 3 and again turns and says something to the Cougars student section. Davis gets away with the reach, no foul. Weller puts it off his knee, but recovers it. Three to shoot. Weller puts it up right at the buzzer, misses it. Parks able to knock it off the Bulldog, out of bounds. Good job by Parks, fighting for his rebounding position. He's able to get a hand on it, knock it off a Bulldog, out of bounds. Cougars will retain possession. 3:18 to go in the half. Cougars trail 31-27. Ball comes into Stacy. That's a 3 that rolls out by Greenland. Cougars with the rebound. And they're going to call a travel on Rucker. Davis into the key, shoots a little jump shot, rattles out. Cougars with the board. Rucker for 3, and he hits it. Then Rucker brings the Cougars back to within 1 at 31-30. Edwards to answer the 3, front rims it, not there. Cougars with possession can take the lead here with the basket. Ball thrown in deep. Secured. Weller saves it to Rucker for 3. And Ben Rucker with his third 3 in a row gives the Cougars a lead, 33-31. Johnson for 3. And it rolls out. Rebound to Stoddard. To Rucker for 3 again. 4 in a row for Ben Rucker. And the Cougars take a 36-31 lead with 1:45 left to go. Timeout by the Bulldogs. Full timeout, 60 seconds. We'll be back in 55. That's going to be an offensive foul on Cole. He just lowered his shoulder and plowed through Zach Stoddard. Easy call for the officials. And now Lucatero is going to come in and Cole will sit down. Into Stacy in the middle, out to Smith for 3. Off the mark, Swanson with the rebound, knocked away by Stacy. Great defensive play by Stacy, back tapping that. Looking for Rucker, knocked away by Edwards. Stoddard with the cut. Shot may have been blocked by Lucatero. Ball to him down low now as he goes up, kicks it out to Edwards for 3, and he makes it. Lucatero caught that in traffic, was surrounded by 3 Cougars, so he found a trailing Edwards. Mount Vernon's back to within 2. They're down 36-34. 36 seconds to go. Rucker for 3. This time he misses it off the front rim. Davis high in the air for the rebound, and he's fouled by Weller.
On the floor, Mason Weller, that's his second personal.
Second foul on Weller.
Davis will be at the line shooting 1-1.
And that will take Davis to the line to shoot 1-1. 30 seconds to go in the half. First one is up, and it's good. Second one is up, and it's good. So tied up at 36. Last shot for the Cougars, 24 seconds to play. Smith with the ball, they're looking for Stacy. Stacy hits Stoddard. Stoddard to Weller. Weller on the penetration. Little teardrop. And they're going to wave that off. The 30-second clock went off, and they turned the clock off, so when they got the rebound, the clock was stopped, the horn had gone, there was no horn. The referee's deciding that would have taken more than a second, and so we're going to go to halftime, tied at 36. Both teams scored 18 points in the first quarter. Both teams scored 18 points in the second quarter. We're going to have a great second half run. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Well, the officials finally have made it back out for halftime. The Cougars and the Bulldogs a little late getting out of the locker room. Mount Vernon was waiting for it. It's going to be Cougar ball now to start the second half. And we're all tied at 36. So the Cougars will start with Weller, Stacy, Smith, Rucker, and Stoddard. Ball into the post, high post to Weller, to Smith in the corner. Great pass by Stacy, making the extra pass. Smith for three. The Bulldogs will counter with Davis, Nyans, Edwards, Johnson, and Swanson. Into the middle, just into the key, not there. That's Nyans that tips it to Johnson. Now Edwards is going to take it on the dribble drive. Stops, pops, leaves it short. Stacy with the rebound. Into the middle to Rucker. Turns it back to Stacy. Now over to Weller. Weller with the penetration. Tries to force it to Stoddard. Hits off the hands of a Bulldog and almost goes in. Swanson kicks it to Edwards in the corner, and Edwards ties it up at 39. Cougars on the attack now, passing it around the perimeter. Gets down into the post to Weller, dishes to Stoddard, and he's fouled by Swanson. Great pass by Mason Weller. And the ball is laid in. Swanson's first personal foul. Stoddard to the line, shooting one. It's up and it's off the back rim. Swanson tracks it down. Davis for the penetration. Not there. Gets it to Swanson. Swanson looks to go and he's got a block. Oh, Stoddard called for the block. That's going to be his third. Tough call. Maybe didn't get all the way to the baseline as Swanson tried to step over. The clock was stopped. That play was stopped as the 30-second clock had not been reset. This time Smith knocks away the ball from Johnson. Gives it to a running Rucker. Lays it in. So the lack of a 30-second clock reset forces the Bulldogs to bring it in again, and this time the ball stolen by Smith. Davis in deep to Nyans, and it's knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. And they reset the 30-second clock. I didn't see a foul called. I'm not sure why the 30-second clock was reset. Swanson gets the inbounds pass with the reverse, lays it up, not there. So the 30-second clock doesn't matter. Weller to the basket. Good defense by Johnson. Here comes Davis on the run. Davis takes it to the hole. Not there. Swanson has the ball knocked away from him by Weller, and here comes Weller on the run to Stacy. Looking underneath for Stoddard. Goes off his hands. Now it's secured by Swanson. This is up and down action here in the gym. Swanson lays it up and lays it in. Cougars now lead 43-41, 5:20 to go in the third quarter. And Anthony Wiedeker calls a timeout. 30-second timeout by the Cougars, leading 43-41, 5:17 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in 20 seconds. Cougar ball on the side with a 2-point lead. And now we have an official, and he's walking over. They reset the shot clock, so there should not have been a shot clock reset. "24 seconds on the shot clock now." Rucker for 3. He had a few in the first half. That one's back rims, missed it. Stoddard with the rebound. Either loses it or knocks away. Recovered by Johnson. Johnson on the drive. Pushes to Cole. Cole misses the lay-in. Tips it to Johnson. Johnson goes to the basket. Not there. Stoddard with the rebound. Into Stacy at the high post, out to Rucker, and now they're going to call Cole for a reach.
Foul number 34, Cole. That's his third personal.
That's Cole's third personal foul. And again, 30-second clock issues, resetting it. Now we're ready to play. Stacy to Weller, hits a cutting Rucker. Little 8-footer, rattles out. Johnson with the rebound, Mount Vernon on the run. Nyans off the rim, Johnson gets it back, taps it to Nyans, and he's fouled by Smith.
Foul number 5, Don Smith. That's his first personal, second team.
That's Smith's first personal foul. Into the game now is Greenland and Leiden for Weller and Rucker. Ball looking for Swanson in the corner, knocked away by Stacy. Quickly to Smith. Smith goes up for the lay-in. A lot of contact with Johnson. Johnson with the rebound. Doesn't go. Now Swanson goes to the basket and he lays it in. So Quinn Swanson starting to put his imprint on the game with a couple of lay-ins, driving to the basket. And we are tied at 43. Leiden takes the ball to the basket, tries to get it to Stoddard, bounces to Stacy, out to Greenland, who makes the 3. Cougars lead by 3. Johnson tries to answer, not there. Ball goes over the backboard and out. That's going to be a turnover. Davis now into the game for Johnson. 3:27 to go. Cougars with the 3-point lead. Cougars working the ball around, 5 on the shot clock, stolen away by the Bulldogs. Davis going to the rim, he lays it up, misses. Pretty good defense by Greenland, running with him. Coming back now, Stacy. Into Stoddard, the corner. Stacy looks to penetrate, not there. Cougars reset, 10 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a step through by Greenland, but an extra step on Greenland. Then they're going to call the travel. Johnson now back into the game. And he'll come in for Edwards. lot of contact in the middle. Swanson was coming to the ball. Looks like he was knocked down. They're going to call that on Stoddard. That's 4 on Stoddard. Stacy will be back into the game. Stacy steals the inbounds pass. Cougars on the offensive attack. Inch to Weller. Weller looking on the baseline. It's a three-pointer for Greenland. Greenland hits his second of the quarter. Cougars lead by 6. Johnson for 3, and he hits it. Michael Johnson brings the Bulldogs back to within 3. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Back cut by Lyden, misses the lay-in. Nyans with the rebound. Lyden in there with the trees. He's at 5'9", going up against the 6'6" Cole. Davis thinks about a 3, turns it down, gets in there from 15, drops a 2 right in the middle of the key. 49-48, Cougars lead by 1. Cougars working the ball on the perimeter now into the medium post to Stacy, out to Smith. Smith drills the 3. Great look on the weak side by Evan Stacy. That ball is going to be called a kick. It'll be reset of the 30-second clock. Edwards back into the game, and Swanson will sit down. 51.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cougars lead by 4, 52-48. Cougars now back in their 2-3 zone, matching up man-to-man with Swanson. Edwards penetrates, tries to scoop it to Cole. Off a Cougar, out of bounds. Not sure why the 30-second clock reset, but it did, and there's going to be a charge on Johnson.
Johnson.
34.8 seconds to go. Johnson's third foul. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Weller and Stacy with the screen and roll. Coming out to Greenland, blocked. Cole with the rebound. Tried to get it to Edwards, and he was fouled. They had a runner up the floor, and Johnson couldn't get it to him. 5.8 seconds left to go in the quarter. The shot clock says 2 seconds. Now it's turned off. So long three-pointer by Johnson. Not there, not much of a last-second shot by the Bulldogs. We're at 3 in the books, 52-48. After each team scored 18 points in the first 2 quarters, the Bulldogs put up 10, the Cougars put up 14. We're going to be back in 60 seconds. So we're back here for the fourth quarter. It was a 16-12 quarter in favor of the Cougars. And that ball was dished to Dines, who lays it in. And so it's a 2-point game. Cougars working it around the perimeter. Greenland has it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Weller for three, and he misses it off the mark. Oh, he didn't think the ball hit the rim. The referee said he didn't hit the rim. There should have been a reset. I thought it did hit the side rim. Referee said no. So the clock was reset when it shouldn't have been, and the referee is going to call a 30-second clock violation. Smith steals the inbounds pass, but he throws it up court. Swanson's able to recover. He goes to the basket, lays it up, and he is fouled. So Dominic Smith does a nice job of deflecting the inbounds pass, but as he's going out of bounds, he really didn't have anybody to throw it to. So he just flicks it towards a teammate where maybe one of them will run onto it, but unfortunately Swanson was able to get there first, went to the basket. He got fouled. He'll shoot two. First is up and it's in. Next shot is up, and it's off the front rim. Stacy with the rebound. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball. Very quick whistle on the jump ball. So, Cougars lead by one, 52-51. Greenland to the basket. They're going to call him for an offensive foul. He tried to clear space. And now the official's having a conversation with Anthony Wiedeker. He's had a lot of conversations tonight with coaches. And again, we need the 30-second clock to reset. Cougars showing a little four-court pressure now with a 1-point lead. Just kind of token pressure to slow the Bulldogs down. Davis for three, off the rim, not there. Johnson's going to be called. Oh, they're going to get Weller for the foul. Wow. Johnson was, I thought Weller had a good block out and that Johnson was put his hands on him, but that's not how the officials saw it. And so Johnson's going to go to the line, 1-1, makes the first one and ties the game up. We're all tied up at 52, 6:36 to go in the game. And now Stoddard with his 4 fouls is going to come back in for Greenland. Second shot is up and it's good. And the Bulldogs have the lead at 53-52. Well, they're looking to penetrate. Not there. Now they're going to work the perimeter again. Into Smith, into the short post, into the loaded Stoddard. He lays it up and in. Cougars get the lead back at 54-53. Johnson to the basket. He lays it in off the screen by Swanson. They retake the lead at 55-54. Stacy tries to put the ball inside to Weller at the high post, stolen by Davis, and that's going to be a block. Set up way too deep under the basket and kind of bailed out on the flop, so going to be a block. Davis is going to go to the line for 2 shots. Fouls on Rucker, his 3rd personal foul. That's the 18th foul on the Cougars. Davis's first shot is up and it's in. Second foul is off the front rim. Nyans with the rebound. Kicks to Johnson for 3. Off the rim. Not there. Johnson puts it off Stoddard's back. Nice athletic play by Johnson. Stoddard really couldn't do much, was blocking out the shooter. Just kind of caught in a bad position as that ball was going out of bounds. Could have been a foul on Johnson. Now quite into Stacy. Now they're going to call an offensive foul on Swanson, knocking down Stacy. Swanson's second foul, 14th foul on the Bulldogs. Cougars have been called for 8. Bulldogs lead 58-54, 5.5 to go. Cougars looking for a shot, 10 on the shot clock, Rucker for 3, it's off the mark. Smith and Davis working for the rebound to Swanson. Nyans from the corner. It's off the mark. Weller with the rebound. Ahead to Stacy. Cougars again looking for a hole in this Mount Vernon zone defense. Get to Stacy at the high post. Out to Weller for 3. It's off the rim. Davis with the rebound. Bulldogs still lead by 4 at 58-54. Cougars have only scored 2 points here in the 4th quarter, having 3 minutes and 30 seconds go by. Johnson for 3, and it's good. Johnson gives the Bulldogs a 7-point lead, 61-54, 4:14 to go. Rucker for 3. That lot of rim, but rattles out. Ball rolls to Nyans, who gets the ball to Swanson. Davis to 3 to Johnson now. Johnson for 3, it's out. Weller with the rebound. Edwards chasing Weller up, flips it to Stoddard, gets it to Smith in the corner, almost stolen by the Bulldogs, not quite. Rucker to Stacy in the corner. Weller has it, looking for Rucker on the wing, not there, knocked it away. It's a 15th foul.
That's his 3rd personal 15.
Now they're saying it's 59 to 54. There's a dispute now at the scorebook. It was 61-54. It was 58-54 for a long time, and then the Bulldogs made a 3 to make it 61. Now they put it to 59. And now they put it back to 61. Cougar ball on the baseline, 3:29 to go in the game. Bulldogs lead by 7. Rucker looking for 3, doesn't have it. He had that string of 4 or 5 threes in a row in the second quarter, has not scored since then. There he gets a good look off the front rim. Good look for Rucker, just didn't go down for him. Swanson being guarded by Stacy. Looks to penetrate, not there. Now throws the ball in deep to Nyans. Nyans goes to the basket, not there. Gets his own rebound, not there. Tries to tip it out to a teammate, but tips it right to Rucker. Weller now in the penetration, gets it to Rucker from the wing, and he gets that one. So Ben Rucker with another 3. Just the 5th point of the quarter for the Cougars. They now trail 61-57. 4-point deficit, 2:28 to go, 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 55 seconds. To reset the action, 2:28 to go in the game. Mount Vernon leads by 4, 61-57. The Bulldogs are shooting 1-1. Cougars are not, as the Bulldogs still have a couple of fouls to give, as they've only been called for 4 fouls so far in this half. Johnson for 3, and he swirls it in. Michael Johnson hits a 3. Cougars on the attack, 2 minutes to go. Rucker for 3. That rattles and comes out. Hotly contested. Stoddard keeps it alive. Weller gets it to Rucker, back to Weller. He fumbles it, not there. Now to Weller, shuffles his feet, and he makes the 3. So Weller for 3, bringing the Cougars back to within 4 at 64-60, 1:44 to go. Cougars call timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Cougars trail by 4, 1:44 left to go in the game. Weller, Stoddard, Smith, Stacy, and Rucker are on the floor for the Cougars. All right, ball comes in. Let's see what Mount Vernon can dial up here. Skip pass to Edwards. Now to Johnson. Johnson looking to penetrate. Stop. Backs out. Shoots a jumper. Not there. And we have a foul called. And they're going to call that Nyans way away from the ball. That's the 5th team foul of the Bulldogs. Sure, that's not a foul that Brett Farrar wants. Because it was not involved in the action. It stopped the clock and gave them one more foul left to give. Actually puts them at 16 fouls now. Ball goes to Stoddard and he lays it in. It's now a 2-point game. Weller strips it from Nyans. Now Smith knocks it away from Nyans. Cougars recover. Weller has it. 48 seconds to go. They're down by 2. 24 on the shot clock. Weller on the penetration. Davis with the sack. And that's going to send Weller to the line for 1-1 to tie this game up. 35 seconds to go in the game. Weller to shoot a 1-1. First one's up and it's good. Second one is up, and it's good, and we are tied at 64. Mount Vernon calls a timeout. 33.5 seconds left to go in the game. 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 55. Now there's 35.5 seconds left to go in the game. Just added 2 seconds to the clock. Mount Vernon ball. They can take it down to just the very last second, but Lakewood is going to get one more possession unless they foul, and it resets the shot clock. But there's 9 seconds left to go. Screen and roll with Swanson, and he takes it to the basket, lays it in. 15 seconds to go. Lakewood on the attack. Down by 2. And timeout. 4.5 seconds to go. 2-point lead for Mount Vernon. Lakewood calls a timeout. So a little high screen and roll. Nyans does a great job of screening Stacy, who tries very hard to draw the foul. No call. The referee's going to not call a foul on Stacy for the grab, nor is he going to call a foul on Nyans. It was a good solid screen. He was standing right there. Swanson went to the basket to lay it in. Ball came in quickly to Smith, who got it to Stoddard, who went back to Smith. And then Smith was looking for a shooter, and Rucker was 40 feet from the basket, flipping it to Weller when Wiedeker called the timeout. So 4.4 seconds left to go. Lots of time to get a shot off. My guess is the Cougars will try to shoot a three to win the game. Mount Vernon now in man-to-man defense. They've been in zone most of the night. We'll see if they can get it. So they're going to try to get the ball to Rucker, and he throws the ball off of Edwards. It hits Weller out of bounds. So Weller, afraid of the 5-second count, throws the ball in off of the inbounds defender, and it kicks back and rebounds and hits him while he's standing out of bounds, which makes it a turnover and Mount Vernon ball. An unfortunate rebound. That very rarely happens. Smart play by Weller. He couldn't get the ball in. They had no timeouts left, so he's trying to save the possession, and it's just really unlucky. So, no time taken off the clock, interestingly enough, because it did hit inbounds on a Mount Vernon Bulldog. So it probably should have been a couple of tenths of a second, at the very least, run off the clock. The Cougars are going to have to foul. The Bulldogs are not in the double bonus yet, still one-on-one. Cougars now picking up full court. Get the ball to Johnson running into front court. He's pushed by Weller. That's going to be 1-and-1. 2.9 seconds to go.
Foul number 4, Mason Weller. That's his 5th personal.
That's Weller's 5th foul, and so he's out of the game. And Greenland will come in for Weller. Nice game for Weller tonight. He did a lot of really good things. We didn't see him with his normal offensive explosion shooting threes, but he had a very nice game tonight. Johnson puts it off the front rim. Rucker shoots from the three-quarter court, and that's a long 3 seconds, but it's over. And the Bulldogs win 66-64. Some really bad luck for the Cougars down the stretch, with the ball bouncing off the defender into Weller out of bounds, giving the Bulldogs the ball. But it's a win for the Bulldogs. We'll be back on Monday night, the girls with girls action. And we want to wish everybody a happy Martin Luther King Day. I want to say especially thanks for joining us to Mandy Harrison in Suncadia. And I know that we have had some AAU players with their families watching over in Port Angeles. Thank them for joining us as well. Melanie Irish, thanks for monitoring our social media. Laura Leach on the camera. I'm Dale Leach. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on the Cougar live stream. Good night, everybody.